welcome back everybody to Let's Play Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy Advance. Last time we went through Sector 4 within areas that we didn't have any business in poking our nose within. We went and beat the security robot for realsies, and now we're in an area that we probably don't belong in the present situation. So, yeah. Now that we're already here and we're kind of trapped anyway, we might as well just keep going, I guess. Even the color palette here feels a bit unsettling. Oh. That's not what I think it is it? That's not what I... Yeah, that's a Metroid, alright. That's an Alpha. That's a Gamma. That's a Zeta. So the real question is, did they actually somehow breed an Omega Metroid? Is what I'd like to know. Oh shit, looks like we're not alone either. God damn. Well, yeah, so is it me, or is the Galactic Federation illegally breeding Metroids? What the fuck's going on here? I thought these guys were on our side. Oh, hey! What's up? Can I kill you now? No? I guess the Metroids are already doing that for me? Okay. Oh, get out of my way. Jesus Christ. Yeah, what the flip? Yeah, this really screams, all in all, that we really should not be here. Goddamn. Man, they took all the precautions to get rid of that area if anybody invaded it, huh? Yeah, what the fuck was that? Guys, are y'all on my side? What do you mean I couldn't go back? I couldn't help it. Not my whole bounty, oh! Yeah, things really are getting serious here. I'm liking this. What could possibly go wrong? For peaceful application only. No, we just kind of wandered into here by accident. Yeah, now that I think about it, we haven't really been back in Sector 1 since the very beginning of the game, now have we? Shit, they really are raising Omega Metroids. What the fuck? Can you imagine if the Space Pirates got their hands on this? If they were even still around anyway? Yeah, that doesn't sound dangerous at all. Like, sure, you guys say that you were doing this to take care of the X. But, like, it seems to me that you guys already had this going on way beforehand. Oh yeah, and by the way, Samus isn't a silent protagonist in this game. Just thought we'd throw that out there. I think this is like honestly one of the best parts of the whole game for me right here. I love this exchange and just how all of the events that have been building up to our like continuing distrust with what's, you know, the whole motivational process here going on between why we're doing this. All of those threads have finally raveled into here, and this is like honestly one of the best plot twists I've seen, and not just Metroid, but just in video gaming as a whole, when you think about it, really. Asexual division. God fucking damn! Is that why he told us not to go after the Saiyaks? Yeah. Yeah, keep dotting, Samus. Yeah, they really don't want us here anymore now, do they? Yeah. That's kind of unsettling. Oh boy. That's a crazy plot twist if I've ever seen one. The real Adam would have said the same thing about that incident, but he would have softened the blow. Are you sure about that? He was relentless in his criticism, but he always cared. He was not a machine obsessed with duty. No such compassion could exist in that computer. You sound like you don't know Adam as well as you think you do, Samus. But yeah, we don't really know where the fuck we are. So, given the fact that he didn't really give us much of a clear objective in the first place, yeah, we kind of need to be getting out of here. By any means necessary. Oh, God. What a place for X-Parasites to spawn. God damn it. Why? Okay, correction. There's one application you can use the diffusion missiles for, but that's literally the only thing I can think of. Like, oh my god, that weapon just has so much missed potential with it, you know? Also, man, I haven't seen these things. I haven't seen these guys since... Oh hey, we're back in Sector 1. Yeah, that's kind of fitting. The first and last sector that you visit in the game are both Sector 1. What a fitting end, I suppose. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, we're approaching endgame, by the way. We got another one of these puzzle rooms. Oh yeah, you gotta shoot these things in the back. I, like, completely forgot about that. Okay, that thing's open. Alright, cool. Give me all of your substance. Alright. Man, we already have 42 power bomb tanks on hand, by the way. Like, just let that sink in for a second. 42 power bomb tanks. Like, what are we gonna do with 42 power bomb tanks? Yeah, there's space pirates all over the place here. If this is supposed to be like a SAS, or not SAX, but like, if it's supposed to be a sector... Nah, I can't think, but like, if this is supposed to be an SR-388, like, ecosystem replication, like, what's the purpose of this area? Is this another, like, restricted laboratory part of this, like, station or something? Like, all of these new places we keep venturing off into just become more and more unsettling. Jesus Christ. The music doesn't certainly help things either. Oh, and yeah, this room doesn't really serve much purpose other than filling up on X-Parasites for energy if you need it, so, yeah. That's funny, too, because there's not really many cases I can think of throughout the whole game where you really have rooms devoted to that sole purpose and sole purpose only. These things can get out of the way. Oh, hey. Well, we got another boss. And, oh yeah, by the way, remember when I mentioned a few videos ago that, well, there is going to be a boss that would end up wrecking the volume balance of this playthrough? That's coming up right now, and it's another crazy plot twist. Just gonna throw that out there, because I kind of want to get my reactions out of the way here and now, because, well, this fight just is so obnoxious to play just from the volume balancing alone that I don't feel like I'm going to be able to give my 2 cents on what to do as far as boss strategy is concerned throughout the fight. But either way, we're going to be meeting up with an old friend, and all I can really say is unload every missile you have at this gargantuan motherfucker, because this boss is a raw test of combat. And it's also my favorite music track / remix in the entire game. So I'm going to stay quiet and just let the fight unfold before your very eyes. So, yep. That's definitely Ridley, alright. So, make sure, if you're sensitive to sounds here and now, turn down your headset volume. Like, this is your final warning. With that, let's go. So, yeah, that was Ridley X, and we just got our final upgrade in the game, fittingly the Screw Attack. If anybody's played a Metroid game beforehand, you already know what this does. You jump into enemies, and they go kablooey. That's all I really need to say. But yeah, that was our final upgrade, and because of that, we are now finally approaching, like, the very end of the game here. So, yeah, just want to go ahead and say this right now about Ridley X. Like, not only is it my favorite track in the entire game, I also feel like he's the hardest boss in the whole game, too. If you're doing a minimalist run. Like, obviously, if you're doing a casual run, like, you're not going to really do much more than just launching missiles at him. But I honestly, legitimately believe that Ridley X is a harder boss than the Nightmare, because at least the Nightmare has some kind of pattern. Albeit not a very good one for the first phase, because goddamn, fuck the first phase of Nightmare so much. But, like, with Ridley X, he's just so goddamn huge. Like, it's so hard to move around him. I remember watching, like, this video on YouTube of somebody trying to no-damage Ridley, and oh my god, like, the level of exploitation you have to do to move around his hitboxes almost makes it seem like you're going through blind spots of his sprite, you know? Because, like, his hitbox doesn't cover his entire sprite. Like, there's parts of it where you can actually morph ball under and avoid damage. And, yeah, Ridley just... Yeah, it just doesn't really feel like a well-thought-out boss fight as far as, like, patterns are concerned, admittedly, which is kind of unfortunate, because it really does turn into a damage race and nothing more. Still a cool twist, though. But Metroid never really was, like, 100% about combat anyway. It's always been more about exploration and its gameplay-based narrative of all things. So, like, you know, I can kind of forgive it in that sense. Though, realistically speaking, if you're playing a Metroid game for boss fights anyway, you should really just be playing Metroid Prime 2, if I'm being honest. Okay, so now we're back in familiar territory. What in the world? That doesn't seem off-putting at all. Alright, so now that we have literally every upgrade in our possession here and now, we're going to go ahead and take the advantage of all of this to go ahead and begin our endgame collectathon. And yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it right now, because it's not something I'm going to be able to finish by the end of this video. I'm going to get a head start on it now, but like, it's certainly not going to be done by the end of this video. I'm just going to go ahead and point that out right here and now, because the way the endgame collectathon works is that you basically cannot get every expansion in the game until you have access to the Screw Attack to access hidden areas, which also happens to be your last upgrade. So guess what this also means? This means that you have to visit literally every sector of the entire game. And some of these expansions, even upon finding them, aren't exactly easy to grab even once you find them either. Because some of them actually require that you have all of the knowledge applicable of your utilization of shine sparking and shit. Like, they're not gonna hand you these expansions for free. Some of these puzzles are actually legitimately difficult to do, not just on a puzzle-based level, but on a more mechanical level. And yeah, this is easily one of, like, the most annoying endgame hunts of the entire series. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there right now. So, we're gonna go ahead and start by exploring all of Sector 1 to go ahead and grab the rest of the expansions. Definitely need to find a way to get over there, too, now that I think about it. I actually forget if there's something in that direction. Is there? I don't think there is. One thing I should have done before starting this Let's Play, though, is that when you start a new game plus, it doesn't really affect the game at all, unless you're playing the Japanese version and you gain access to hard mode. Oh yeah, that's probably something else I should go ahead and talk about, but first, let's go ahead and talk about this right now. So with New Game Plus, it gives you a checklist of not only all of the expansions in the game and how many there are, it also lets you know with a subtle check mark for each sector of whether or not you have all of the expansions for said one or not. Like, say, for example, I got all of the energy tanks in Sector 1. It'd give me a little check mark to let me know that I finished my achievement for that area. But unfortunately, I forgot to do that for this Let's Play, and I'm playing this like I would any other first playthrough, kind of, sort of, without, you know, I guess first playthroughs would normally be prior knowledge, and I already have that knowledge. Alright, basically the point I'm making is I should have done New Game Plus for this playthrough. Why I did this beyond me. Also, I love that now we can go into lava, but like, there's not an animation for whether or not you're jumping into it, which I find kind of weird. I mean, Super Metroid didn't have that either, but like, it feels most noticeable here for some reason. It's really weird. I'm surprised they never gave you an animation for like coming in and out of lava. But yeah, what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be collecting all of the expansions, and we're not going to be reporting back to HQ until we get all of them for said sectors. Now, there's only going to be one left after we do that, and that's one of them in the main deck. But other than that, like, we're going to mostly be taking shortcuts that we saw. Okay, so back in Sector 5, when we went back and fought the Nightmare, there was this little shortcut that we found that took us to Sector 3, right? This is going to be our goal and what we need to utilize to getting all of the expansions. And we're going to be making as much use out of that as we can. So, we got everything in Sector 1, I believe. So, now we're here in Sector 2. And we're going to check out the area and see what we can do as far as that is concerned. Now, again, I'm not going to be doing all of this in one video. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to do that at all. So, what I'm going to be doing is getting as much as I can do in this video, and then in the next video, since there's only so much I can talk about when it comes to expansion collecting, and the ones in Sector 6 in particular are very, very, very annoying, we're going to have co-commentary for that episode, so do look forward to that. But, yeah. So let's talk about the Japanese version of Metroid Fusion while we're at it, since we're digging through conversational topics here at the given moment. So, Metroid Fusion had a Japanese release, but for whatever reason, a lot of its extra content happened to be barred off in the international releases. This includes things like a hard mode, which basically the way hard mode works is that you have the presence of stronger enemies, and then I'm not sure if it works like it does in Zero Mission or not, but I think expansions are worth half of what they normally would be in a normal run playthrough. And then you have a concept gallery, and depending on your runtime through the game upon beating it, you unlock more pieces of the concept gallery, and you're not only unlocking like in-game pictures, you're also unlocking like cool shit like comic book pieces like out of the manga, and all sorts of different like joke like advertisements. Like I think there's this one picture of there being like a fake assortment of Samus/Saix double assortment like figure like packs, and I thought that was cool as fuck. I gotta really dig for my memories here to really remember what I need to be grabbing here. I already got all that stuff over there, so that's good. I think what we need to be heading towards primarily is that over there where the boss was. Alright, so let's go ahead and take care of that shortly. So, come through here, go back to the room where we fought the first Sector 2 boss, and blow that up for shits and giggles, I guess. And then take our screw attack, and come over here. We've got our first of many Shine Spark puzzles, so I hope you've been using your Shine Spark a lot, because those skills are going to be put to the test right here and now. Oh my god, I almost faced the wrong direction. Oh, fuck me. Are you kidding me? God dang it. This is why I hate turning around with the GBASP control pad. No. God dang it. Why you gotta do this to me? No! GBASP, why? This is when my controller limitations are starting to finally show through. Oh my god. Whew. Okay, that's one of many down. Let's check out the other spots here. Okay. I thought I could blow that up. What the heck? Can I? Oh my god, thank you. Jesus, I was trying to get through that. Oh my lord. Okay. So now that should be all of Sector 2's expansions, I believe. So from this point forward, we're going to be resorting to co-commentary once I get to the save station and end this video. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Get out of my way, good sir. And next time on Let's Play Metroid Fusion, we're going to be doing a lot of backtracking for expansion. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. See you guys then.